Hi, this is Ray Gelato. My music can be heard on the City World Radio Broadcasting Network, on the Lounging with Lombardi music program, with your host, the legendary DJ, Mr. John Lombardi. Now dim the lights, pour your favorite beverage, and enjoy the music.
We are live at 5 from the captain's chair, right behind microphone number 1, and broadcasting on the City World Radio Network studios from the greatest city in the world, New York, New York. You're on the air with DJ John Lombardi and the host of my music program, Lounging with Lombardi, which can be heard every Tuesday afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And before we get into the program, just a little clarification. I gave you the wrong dates for the Jive Aces that are coming to New York City December at Birdland. The dates that are corrected at this time are December 5th through December 8th. So if you're in the New York City listening area, or if you plan to be in the New York City listening area, come by Birdland and hear the Jive Aces. I'll be in the audience to say hello. All right, let's get on with the program. My first featured artist this afternoon, a vocalist and songwriter from the great state of Massachusetts. His name is Mahar. Mark was gracious enough to send me a couple of CDs, and I'd like to share them with you this afternoon. The first track from Mark, perfect tune for this time of year, the classic Autumn Leaves. Okay, once again, leading us off this afternoon, Mr. Mark Mahar, my first featured artist from the great state of Massachusetts, with a great tune, especially for this time of the year, Autumn Leaves. Next track from Mark, the classic Everybody Loves Somebody Sometime.
Somewhere there's another heart to warm a heart that's cold. Someone's hand is waiting for a lonely hand to hold. Every dreamer has a dream that one day may come true. Everyone has found it so, and someday so will you know. Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss just told me my sometime is now. Everybody finds somebody someplace. There's no telling where love may appear. Something in my heart keeps saying my someplace is here. If I had it in my power, I'd arrange for every girl to have your charms. Then every minute, every hour, every boy would find what I found in your arms. Everybody loves somebody sometime, and although my dream was overdue, your love made it well worth waiting for someone like you.
Everybody Loves Somebody Sometime, as performed by my first featured artist this afternoon, Mr. Mark Mahar from the great state of Massachusetts. A shout out to Mike and Gina listening in from the great state of Florida this afternoon. Next track from Mark. This is entitled The Lonesome Road.
Look down that lonesome road before you travel on. Look up and seek your maker before Gabriel blows his horn. Weary toting such a load, trudging down that lonesome road. Look up and seek your maker before Gabriel blows his horn. Go ahead, Gabriel. true love, what have I done that you should treat me so? You caused me to walk and talk like I never did before. Weary toting such a load, trudging down that lonesome road. Look up, and seek your maker before Gabriel blows his horn. Come on, Gabriel, help me out here. I'm walking down that lonesome road.
All right, we're listening to Mark Mahar, first featured artist this afternoon, and that was entitled The Lonesome Road. The next track from Mark is a original composition, and this is entitled Daydream.
Both feet are off the ground, and I show no sign of coming down like a haunting daydream. I can't shake till I kiss you. I won't wake all my senses to remind me, darling, of you. Can't you see the reason that I'm sorry? It's all because of you. My head keeps wandering through paradise. I'm lost in a daydream, darling. Oh, it feels so nice. Gray skies ahead, but I see the sunshine instead. Those clouds, they're gonna clear, dear, and it's all because of you. Feet are off the ground, then I show no sign of coming down like a haunting daydream. I can't shake till I kiss you. I won't wait all my senses to remind me, darling, of you. Can't you see the reason that I'm sorry? It's all because of you. My head keeps wandering through paradise. I'm lost in a daydream, darling. Oh, it feels so nice. Gray skies ahead, but I see the sunshine instead. Those clouds, they're gonna. It's all because of you. Yes, gray skies ahead, but I see the sunshine instead. Those clouds, they're gonna clear, and it's all because of you. Yes, they're gonna clear, and it's all because of you.
Once again, that was an original composition entitled Daydreamed, written and performed by Mr. Mark Mahar from the great state of Massachusetts, my first featured artist this afternoon. A shout out to Chris and Denise Wood, listening in from the great state of Maryland this afternoon. And we continue with Mark Mahar. We have 2 more tracks left here from the CD. Next one is the classic Pennies from Heaven.
Every time it rains pennies from heaven. Every single cloud contains pennies from heaven. You'll find your fortune falling all over town. Be sure that your umbrella is upside down. Trade them for a package of sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have showers. So if you hear it thunder, don't run under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and me. Pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains lots of pennies from heaven? You'll find your fortune falling all over town. Make sure that your umbrella, make sure it's upside down. Trade them for a package of sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have showers. So if you hear it thunder, don't run under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and me.
Pennies from Heaven, as performed by Mr. Mark Mahar, my first featured artist all the way from the great state of Massachusetts. Shout out to Mr. Michael Rose, musician and band leader extraordinaire, listening in from the great state of Kansas this afternoon. And we come to the last final track from Mark, the classic All of Me.
All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I wanna lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I wanna lose them. Why don't you take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of? Why not take all of? Why not take all of me?
Okay, that's the last and final track from Mahar from Massachusetts, my first featured artist, Classic All of Me. A shout out to Richard and Vivian listening in from sunny Florida this afternoon. And while my engineer Jade is getting our second featured artist ready, just a few reminders here that this coming Friday, which is Black Friday, November 23rd, my good friend Michael Dutra and his Strictly Sinatra 9-piece band will be performing at the Club Bonafide here in New York City. So if you're in the New York City listening area, if you plan to be in New York City, stop by Club Bonafide and check out the premiere of Mr. Michael Dutra at Club Bonafide and his Strictly Sinatra show. I'll be in the audience and come by and say hello. On November 29th, which is a Thursday, my good friend Steve Palumbo will be at Club Triad performing his Dean Martin tribute program. So if you're in the New York City listening area, or if you plan to be in the New York City listening area, stop by the Club Triad. Check out Steve Palumbo on the 29th of November, a Thursday. And the Jive Aces are coming to New York in December, and the correct dates are December 5th through the 8th. And I'll be at all three of these venues, so if you come by, and I'll be in the audience, stop by and introduce yourself. And once again, you're on the air with DJ John Lombardi, right from the captain's chair behind microphone number 1, every Tuesday afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, broadcasting live from City World Radio Network studios from the greatest city in the world, New York, New York. We're going to continue from our previous program. I was playing the music from Ray Gelato from Great Britain. The CD we were featuring was Ray Gelato Salutes the Great Entertainers. Because of the time constraints, I wasn't able to get all the tracks in. So once again, I'd like to pick up with Mr. Ray Gelato. The first track from Ray, this was recorded by Tony Bennett as a vocal, but Ray decided to do it as an instrumental, and Ray's going to really shine through this program on the tenor saxophone for this particular tune. Ray Gelato performing The Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Can that man play a tenor saxophone or what? Mr. Ray Gelato and the Giants with a great rendition, instrumental rendition of Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Next track from Ray Gelato. This was a big hit for Mr. Tony Bennett, New York's own Tony Bennett, and Ray's going to kick this tune up a little bit with a great arrangement of the classic Rags to Riches.
I know I'd go from rags to riches if you would only say you care. Though my pockets may be empty, I'd be a millionaire. My clothes may still be torn and tattered, in my heart I'd be a king. Your love was all that ever mattered, it's everything. So open your arms, open the door to every treasure that I'm hoping for. Hug me, kiss me, tell me you're mine evermore. Must I forever be a beggar whose golden dreams may not come true? That's why I go from rags to riches. My fate is up to you. Although my pockets may be empty, I'd be a millionaire. My clothes may still be torn and tattered, in my heart I'd be a king. Your love was all that ever mattered, it's everything. Oh, open your arms, you'll open the door to every treasure that I'm hoping for. Hug me, kiss me, tell me you're mine evermore. Must I forever be a beggar whose golden dreams may not come true? That's why I'd go from rags to riches. My fate is up to you.
From the CD, Ray Gelato salutes the great entertainers. My second featured artist this afternoon, picking up from our previous program, with a great salute to Mr. New York's own Tony Bennett, Rags to Riches, and a shout out to Frank and Marnie Calamari listening in from the great state of Florida this afternoon. Next track from Ray, this was a big hit for Benny Goodman, and Ray Gelato and the Giants going to give us their rendition of the classic Flying Home. Boy, I did some serious toe tapping, finger popping, and air drumming on that one. Ray Gelato and the Giants with a great rendition of Benny Goodman's Flying Home. Next track from Ray Gelato, this was a tune that was recorded by late great Fats Waller. Kind of a whimsical, comical tune entitled Your Feet's Too Big.
Down at Ronnie's at a table for two. There was four of us there, me, your big feet and you. From the ankles up, you sure look sweet. From your knee down, there's just too much feet. Oh, your feet's too big. Can't use you cause your feet's too big. Can't tolerate you cause your feet's too big. I hate you cause your feet's too big. I took you to a shoe store, thought everything was fine. I said, what size are you, baby? You must be about a 9. You said, no, Ray, no, I think I'm a 4. Why can't you get your feet out the door? Your feet's too big. Can't use you cause your feet's too big. Can't tolerate you cause your feet's too big. I hate you cause your feet's too big. Now get down there, come on! Pedal extremities, they are enormous. Your shoes would fit a brontosaurus. You got fine long legs and shapely knees, but when it snows you don't need a pair of skis. Oh, your feet's too big. You're treading on my toes, babe. Your feet's too big. Everybody knows, and your feet's too big. I hate you cause your feet's too big. One more time. Oh, your feet's too big. Babe, you can't dance. I said your feet's too big. It's killing our romance, and your feet's too big. Your feet's, yes, your feet's too big. Your pedal extremities really are obnoxious.
All right, a great rendition of a little-known Fats Waller tune, Your Feet's Too Big, as performed by, once again, my second feature artist this afternoon, all the way from London, England, Mr. Ray Gelato and the Giants, and continuing from our previous program. Next track from Ray, this is a original composition, and for those of you that commute by railroad or use the subway system, then you know what this is all about. Is that train ever coming?
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are very sorry to inform you that there will be minor delays to our service this morning.
Down at the station about 9:15. I read my paper, I got plenty of time. Then it starts to rain. Still there ain't no train. Announcement is made, I wish it would stop. Can't hear a sound, make my ears go pop. Can't get no information. 9 o'clock's to waiting at the station. Is that train ever coming? Is that train ever coming? Is that train ever coming? Wanna hear it rolling down the track. It's 9:45, I can just about hear a horrible sound ringing right in my ear. There's a short delay, maybe no train a day. The train that pulls in is 10:34. Packed like sardines, can't get into the door. No seat, just my luck. More comfort sitting in a cattle truck. Is that train ever coming? Is that train ever coming? Is that train ever coming? Wanna hear it rolling down the track? Is that train ever coming? It's a pain it ain't coming. Is that train ever coming? Hope that we should get our money back. This guy, iPod in his ear, his music blasts out so loud and so clear. It's a tragedy. And why's he gotta breathe on me? Someone gets off and I sit in their seat, but then this nice chick pulls out something to eat. The carriage ain't the place to munch. Can't you wait till she is home to eat a lunch? Is that train ever coming? Is that train ever coming? Is that train ever coming? Wanna hear it rolling down the track? It's 11 o'clock, the train cries to a halt. Announcement is made, there's some kind of fault. Why can't we just go? Leaves on the line or the wrong kind of snow. Read my newspaper and what a surprise. The railway chiefs get a massive pay rise. Destination's nowhere in sight. The train gets in at 12 o'clock that night. Is that train ever coming? Is that train ever coming? Is that train ever coming? Wanna hear it rolling down the track? Is that train ever coming? It's a pain it ain't coming. Is that train ever coming? Hope that we should get our money back. Wanna hear it rolling down the track? I want to see the bosses hit the sack.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are very sorry to inform you that all further trains will be delayed indefinitely. No more trains today. If you want your money back, you've got to go see customer service.
Original composition by Ray Gelato and the Giants. Is that train ever coming? And I sure hope so, because I got to take the railroad back to Westchester County, New York. Next track from Ray Gelato, tune written way back in 1929 by Hoagie Carmichael. And this is Ray's rendition of the classic Stardust. Mr. Ray Gelato on that fabulous tenor saxophone of his. A great rendition of Hoagie Carmichael's Stardust. A shout out to Laura Ainsworth and her husband Pat listening in from Dallas, Texas this afternoon. Next track from Ray Gelato. He's going to salute the late great Louis Prima, Sam Butera, and the witnesses with the classic Night and Day.
Night and day, you are the one. Only you neath the moon, under the sun. Whether near to me or far, it don't matter, baby, where you are. I think of you, night and day, night and day. Why is it so? There's a longing for you, darling, follows wherever I go. And in the roaring traffic storm, in the silence of my lonely room, I think of you, night and day. Day and night, haunted eye to me. There's such a hungry yearning burn inside of me. Oh, this torment won't be through till you let me spend my life making love to you. Day and night, night and day, day and night, night and day. There's such a hungry yearning burn inside of me. Oh, this torment won't be through till you let me spend my life making love to you. Day and night, night and day, day and night, night and day, day and night, night and day.
The fabulous Night and Day, as performed by, once again, Mr. Ray Gelato from the fabulous CD, Ray Salutes the Great Entertainers, picking up from our previous program. And we have two more tracks here left from Ray from this particular CD that we're airing this afternoon. This is entitled Don't You Go Away Mad.
I must confess what you say is true. I had a rendezvous with somebody new. It was the only one I'd ever had. Baby, don't you go away mad. And cheating shows and it never goes. You got a reason to be mad, I suppose. But she only was a passing fad. Baby, don't you go away mad. Her kind's a dime a dozen. She ain't the kind I want. Who would believe that your cousin would be sitting in that restaurant? I understand that you're still upset. What you say that we forgive and forget. Come on and kiss me, baby, and show you glad. Baby, baby, don't you go away mad. believe it was your cousin who came along and gave me the eye. I understand that you're still upset, but what you say that we forgive and forget. Come on and kiss me, babe, and show you're glad. Baby, don't you go away mad.
Mr. Ray Gelato, with a little tribute there to the late great Nat King Cole, Don't You Go Away Mad. A shout out to Mike Williamson, the singer from Rockford, Illinois, this afternoon. We come to the last and final track from Ray Gelato. This was a big hit for the late great Bobby Darin, and this is Ray's salute to Mr. Bobby Darin, the classic That's All.
I could only give you love that lasts forever, and I promise to be near each time you call. When the only heart I own is you and you alone, that's all, that's all. I can only give you country walks in springtime, and a hand to hold when leaves begin to fall, and a love whose burning light will warm the winter night, that's all, that's all. There are those I am sure who have told you, who would give you the world for a toy. All I got are these arms to enfold you, and a love time can never destroy. If you're wondering what I'm asking in return, dear, you'll be pleased to know that my demands are small. Say it's me that you adore, for now and evermore, that's all. There are those I'm sure who have told you, who would give you the world for a toy. All I got are these arms to grab hold of you, and a love time can never destroy. If you're wondering what I'm asking in return, dear, you'll be pleased to know that my demands are small. Say it's me that you adore, and it's me that you adore, for now and evermore, that's all.
Okay, that was the less than final track from Mr. Ray Gelato and the Giants. Once again, we picked up from our previous program. Ray Gelato salutes the great entertainers. That was That's All. And a shout out to Rob Morin and his wife Paula, listening in from Montreal, Canada this afternoon. Rob has the radio station, The Lounge Sound, in Montreal. And when I go off the air, if you want to hear some great music, just tune in to the Lounge Sound radio on your computer there. He has a great program. And Jade is getting artist number 3 ready. So just a few reminders here that once again, you're listening to DJ John Lombardi every Tuesday afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right from the captain's chair behind microphone number 1. Broadcasting from the City World Radio Network studios from the greatest city in the world, New York, New York. And if you want to get in touch with us here at City World, we'd like to hear from our listeners. So you can send us emails through our website or through our Facebook page. And speaking about Facebook, we encourage you to like our City World Radio Network Facebook page. I encourage you to like my Lounging with Lombardi Facebook page as well. And if you want to friend me on Facebook, I'm very easy to find. I'm the John Lombardi with the headphones on. If you have a product, a service, or business, and you want to sponsor our great entertainment, by all means, advertise with us. It keeps the prices down, and we're able to bring you great entertainment. So send us an email through the website or through the Facebook page. And last but not least, if you want to join us here at City World, we do have airtime available. We welcome all new broadcasters, all genres of music, talk shows, whatever you want to do. You too could be the star of your own show. Join the City World Radio Network family and broadcast from the city to the world, right from the captain's chair behind microphone number 1. And, of course, we have those dates coming up. We have this Friday, Black Friday, November 23rd. We have Michael Dutra and the Strictly Sinatra 9-piece band paying tribute to Frank Sinatra here at the Club Bonafide. I'll be here in the audience. So if you're a New York City listener, if you plan to be in New York City, please stop by Club Bonafide. It's a great show that you don't want to miss. Steve Palumbo, who also performs with Michael Dutra occasionally, has his Dean Martin tribute show at the Club Triad on the Thursday, the 29th. So if you're in the New York City listener, if you plan to be in New York City, check out Steve's great show. And, of course, I'll be in the audience. Introduce yourself and say hello. And last but not least, the corrected dates once again for the Jive Aces. They're going to be in Birdland December 5th through the 8th. And, of course, if you're in the New York City listening area, if you plan to be in the New York City listening area, stop by the Birdland Theater. That's in the basement there. And check out the Jive Aces. And, of course, you can see me in the audience. All right, we continue. Artist number 3, a fabulous swinging band that I had the pleasure to meet about 5 years ago and seen them in concert many times. The fabulous Louis Prima Jr. First track from Louis Prima Jr., the classic Oh Babe.
First you say hello, then you get mellow. Mustn't be lazy, you gotta be crazy. Once you get started with this work and happen to you, you shake it and you break it and you oh babe, you swing it and you sing it and you oh babe, you knock it and you rock it and you oh babe, you skip it and you dip it and you oh babe, and the world turns upside down when you holler, oh babe. And you wiggle and you giggle and you, oh babe. You shuffle and you scuffle and you, oh babe. You boogie and you woogie and you, oh babe. You move it and you groove it and you, oh babe. And the world turns upside down when you holler, oh babe. Oh babe, Marco. Oh babe, Marco. Well baby, 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 a dee-dee-dee-bo, a battle-a-bee-bop. First you say hello, then you get mellow. Mustn't be lazy, you gotta be crazy. Once you get started, give me a little bass, Mikey. Come on. You shake it, you break it, you skip it, you dip it, you knock it, you rock it, and you move it, you groove it, and the world turns upside down when you holler. And you wiggle and you giggle and you oh babe. You shuffle and you shuffle and you oh babe. You boogie and you woogie and you oh babe. You rumble and you shuffle and you oh babe. And the world turns upside down when you holler oh babe. I said the world turns upside down when you holler.
Louis Prima Jr. and the Witnesses. Oh, babe. Shout out to my good friend Tony V, listening in from Hamden, Connecticut. Tony V and myself had the pleasure to see Louis Prima Jr. in concert many times over the last few years. And we continue Louis Prima Jr., my third feature artist this afternoon, Bimir Bistu Shane.
Of all the girls I've
Okay, Louis Prima Jr. And then that was Bienvenue Mr. Shane, and that featured his female vocalist at the time, Sarah Spiegel. And as you can see, Louis is picking up where his dad, Louis Prima Sr., and his mom, Gia Mayoni, left off. You should be very proud of your son there, Louis Prima Sr. and Gia Mayoni. And we come to a track here that's going to feature Louis' tenor saxophone player, Mr. Marco Palos, on this one. Great rendition of the classic Night Train. Louis Prima Jr. and the Witnesses, and that featured Marco Palos on tenor saxophone with a great rendition of Night Train. A shout out to Patrick and Frank and Assad, singing from their office here in New York City this afternoon. Next track from Louis Prima Jr. This was taken from the Disney movie Jungle Book, where his dad played King Louis. And this is their rendition of I Want to Be Like You.
The jungle VIP. See,
Okay, all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada, we were listening to Louis Prima Jr., backed up by the Fabulous Witnesses, with their great rendition of I Want to Be Like You from the Disney motion picture, The Jungle Book. Next track from Louis Prima Jr., Las Vegas Woman.
Las Vegas woman with all the pretty clothes. Where she gets them, nobody knows. If it wasn't for gambling and the wig she wore, the man she loved, he wouldn't leave no more. Got the blues, got the blues. I got the Las Vegas woman blues. Got the blues, got the blues. I got the Las Vegas blues. Got the blues, got the blues. I got the Las Vegas blues. Come on. I hate to see the morning sun up here. I hate to see the morning sun up here. 'Cause the woman I love, she'll be gone from here. She'll be gone, she'll be gone. Las Vegas woman, won't you come on back? Las Vegas woman, won't you get on back? I got the blues, I got the blues, the Las Vegas blues. Come on back here, woman. I got the blues, I got the Las Vegas blues. Get on back, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Some serious toe tapping and finger popping and hand drumming on that one. I was moving around in my captain's chair, that's for sure. Louis Prima Jr. and Las Vegas Woman. Next track from Louis Prima. This is going to feature his female vocalist at the time, Sarah Spiegel. And this is their great rendition of I Want You to Be My Baby.
Tell me you're gonna be my baby. Listen to your mama and
Okay, Sarah Spiegel, Louis Prima, and the rest of the witnesses there performing I Want You to Be My Baby. And a shout out to Mr. Ken Slavin listening in from San Antonio, Texas this afternoon. Next track from Louis Prima Jr., You Brought a New Kind of Love to Me.
If the mockingbird could sing like you, and sing much sweeter than they do, 'cause you brought a new kind of love to me.
If the Sandman brought me dreams of you, I'd want to sleep the whole day through, for you brought a new kind of love to me.
I'll be your slave if you'll be my queen.
And I hope you will understand that underneath it all, I'm a girl.
Today I am a man. I would enslave the whole day through if I could hurry home to you, 'cause you brought a new kind of love to me. I'll be your slave if you'll be my queen.
And I hope you will understand that underneath it all,
Say you're quite a girl.
and you are a man.
Oh, I'll work and slave the whole day through if I could hurry home to you, 'cause you brought a new kind of love too. You brought a new kind of love too. And you brought a new kind of love to me.
You Brought a New Kind of Love to Me, as performed by my third featured artist all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada, Louis Prima Jr. and the Fabulous Witnesses. And we have two more tracks here left from Louis Prima. The next one, the classic Jump, Jive, and Wail.
Well, baby, it looks like it's gonna hail. Well, baby, it looks like it's gonna hail. You better come inside, let me teach you how to drive and wheel. Oh, you gotta jump, driving, bang the way 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 you gotta jump. want to learn how to jiving well. Oh, you gotta jump jiving, then you way 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 away.
I just love these guys. I've been following for the last 5 years or so, and I never get tired of this great band. Especially you got to see these guys in person, because the CD does not do justice until you hear these guys in person. It's fabulous. Louis Prima Jr. and the Witnesses, Jump Jiving Whale, and a shout out to Joe Calamari and the boys, keeping us all safe up there in the Hudson River. And we come to the last and final track from Louis Prima Jr., the classic Just a Gigolo.
Just a gigolo, gigolo, and everywhere I go, gigolo, people know the part I'm playing. Gigolo, gigolo, they pay for every dance, gigolo, selling each romance. Gigolo, gigolo, what they say, gigolo, gigolo, and there will come a day, and you will pass away. And what will they say about me? 'Cause when the end comes, I know they'll say just a gigolo, and life goes on without me. And just a gigolo, gigolo, everywhere I go, gigolo, people know the part I'm playing. Gigolo, gigolo, and they paid for every dance, gigolo, selling each romance. Gigolo, gigolo, what they say, gigolo, now there will come a day that youth will pass away. What would they say about me? When the end comes, I know they'll say just a gigolo, and life goes on without me. 'Cause I ain't got nobody. Oh, and there's nobody that cares for me. There's nobody that cares for me. I'm so sad and lonely. Sad and lonely, sad and lonely. Oh, some sweet mama, come and rescue me, 'cause I ain't so bad. And I'll sing her sweet love song all the time. She will only be, only me. Bob de buzz de bop, middly bop. I ain't got nobody. Oh, and there's nobody that cares for me. There's nobody that cares for me. Nobody, nobody. But I ain't got nobody. Nobody, nobody that cares for me. There's nobody that
cares for me. I'm so sad and lonely. Sad and lonely, sad and lonely. Want some little mama, come take a chance with me, 'cause I ain't so bad. And I'll sing her sweet love song all the time. She will only be, only be, baby, mama, sugar, darling. I ain't got nobody, baby. And nobody, 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 nobody cares for me.
Okay, that was their first CD, Louis Prima Jr., Return of the Wildest, and we'll be hearing more from Louis Prima Jr. in a future broadcast, so make sure that you listen to my programs every Tuesday afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the City World Radio Network with your host, DJ John Lombardi. And I want to give a special shout-out to a couple of great people that I met at most of the Louis Prima Jr. Concerts I've been to. Charlie and Pamela Diliberti from Jersey. They're great people, and I always have a great time when I hang out with them guys. And Louis, Phil, A.D. Adams, and Marco, and the rest of the crew, if you're listening in, when you guys are back in town, rest assured that I will bring you Italian cookies and some Italian pastries. So this way you have that sugar rush to get on the stage. And Jade is getting artist number 4 ready, so just a reminder that I have some friends here in New York that are going to be performing once again this Friday, Black Friday, November 23rd. My friend Michael Dutra and his Strictly Sinatra 9-piece band paying tribute to Francis Albert Sinatra here at Club Bonafide. On Thursday, the 29th, my good friend Steve Palumbo and his Dean Martin tribute at the Triad. And my good friends, the Jive Aces, will be in town on December 5th through the 8th at the Birdland Theater. So if you guys are in the New York City listening area, if you plan to be in New York City listening area, check out some of these shows. It'll be great entertainment. And, of course, I'll be in the audience, and you can say hello. And we come to the last and final artist here. And whatever we don't finish from this program, then we're going to pick up in next week's program. I have a swing band from Great Britain, Todd Gordon and the Royal Air Force Squadronaires. And I'd like to share some tracks in here. And once again, whatever we don't fit in, we'll obviously pick up next week. First track from Todd Gordon featuring the Swing Cats. This was a hit for the Glenn Miller Orchestra, and this is their rendition of I Got a Gal in Kalamazoo.
her, you'll agree. My hometown gal's the only one for me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I got a gal in Kalamazoo. Don't want to boast, but I know she's the toast of Kalamazoo, zoo, 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 zoo. Years have gone by, my, how she grew. I liked her looks when I carried her books in Kalamazoo, zoo, 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 zoo. I'm gonna send a wire, hopping on a flyer, leaving today. Am I dreaming? I can hear her screaming.
I am Mr. Gordon, everything's okay.
K-A-L-A-M-A-Z-O. Oh, what a gal, a real pipperoo. I'll make my bid for that freckle-faced kid I'm hurrying to. I'm going to Michigan to see the sweetest gal in Kalamazoo. Kid, I'm hurrying to. We're going to Michigan to see the sweetest gal in Kalamazoo.
Zoo, 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 zoo.
Kalamazoo.
All the way from Great Britain, Todd Gordon, the Royal Air Force Squadronaires, and featured the Swing Cats. I've got a gal in Kalamazoo, and a shout out to John Christopher, listening in from the great state of Missouri. John hosts the Neon Beat radio station. Next track from Todd Gordon, this features Claire Teal, and this is entitled Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Who wants to be a millionaire?
I don't.
Have flashy flunkies everywhere?
I don't.
Who wants the bother of a country estate?
A country estate is something I'd hate.
Who wants to wallow in champagne?
I don't.
Who wants a supersonic plane?
Oh, I don't.
Who wants a private landing field too?
I don't.
And I don't, 'cause all I want is you. Who wants to be a millionaire?
I don't.
Who wants uranium to spare?
I don't.
Who wants to journey on a gigantic yacht?
Do I want a yacht? Oh, how I do not.
Who wants a fancy foreign car?
I don't.
Who wants to tire of caviar?
Oh, I don't.
Who wants a marble swimming pool too?
I don't.
And I don't, 'cause all I want is you. Who wants to be a millionaire?
I don't.
And go to every swell affair?
I don't.
Who wants to ride behind a liveried chauffeur?
A liveried chauffeur. Do I want no sir?
Who wants an opera box I'll bet?
I don't, and see you through honor and the land.
I don't know who wants to run a cottage tour.
Todd Gordon, Claire Teal, and the Royal Air Force Squadroniers, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Next track from Todd. This is a big hit for Frank Sinatra, and it's something I can use here in New York. Summer Wind.
The summer wind came blowing in across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair and walk with me. All summer long we sang a song and strolled the golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind, like painted kites, the days and nights went flying by. The world was new beneath a blue umbrella sky, and softer than a piper man, one day it called to you. I lost you to the summer wind. The autumn wind and winter winds have come and gone, and still the days, the lonely days, go sailing on. And guess who sighs his lullabies through nights that never end? My fickle friend, the summer wind. It filled the sails and the mountain trails with melodies. It whispered words to charm the birds right off the trees. And through it all, what made it all a season touched with love? The music of the summer wind. Now I'm alone, and I might have known, but who could guess? I hear a sound and turn around to emptiness. I run to see who could it be, that laughter on the stair. But who is there? Yeah, it's the summer wind. The autumn winds and the winter winds, they have come and gone. I turn the lock and I watch the clock go ticking on. And guess who sighs his lullaby through nights, nights that never end? Old man, pretend the summer wind. the summer wind, the summer wind.
Todd Gordon performing the classic Summer Wind. A shout out to the pizza lady listening in from the Midwest. And looks like I'm going to squeeze in one more tune here. And before I go, I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And last and final track from Todd, and then we'll pick up with Todd next week. Don't let the intro fool you. I left my heart in San Francisco.
I left my heart in San Francisco, high on a hill. It calls to me to be where little cable cars climb halfway to the stars. The morning fog may chill the air. I don't care, my love waits there in San Francisco, above the blue and windy sea. When I come home to you, San Francisco, your golden sun will shine for me. I took a trip and I left San Francisco to see the world that had been my dream. But now I can hardly wait to cross that golden gate, the only place my heart feels free. I'm coming back to good old San Francisco, and from now on, that's where I'll be. And I don't care where you go, for San Francisco is home to me. For San Francisco is home to me. When I come home to you, San Francisco.
On Thursday, May 15th, Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen, New York's largest emergency food program, is hosting From Farm to Tray, a sustainable food benefit. To support hungry New Yorkers, please visit farmtotray.org to purchase tickets or make a donation. Guests at From Farm to Tray will dine in the beautiful landmark Holy Apostles Church, a space that New York Times journalist Anna Quinlan named the most majestic dining room in New York City. Visit farmtotray.org for details. See you at the Soup Kitchen.
Yo, what's